So, someone must fall. Who shall it be? What's up, guys? I love Hunter here, and here to do a breakdown / live reaction and review to chapter 111 of Gachiakuta. Gachiakuta. I don't know where I got the other pronunciation in my head from, but here we are for chapter 111, and gosh darn it, this is why I never express confidence. It's why I always hit myself with a bag of salt. Why did I call him Minsky? Where did I even get that from? I don't know. And that bothers me. I wish I knew. I wish I could trace it back and explain where I got that from. But I can't, because I don't know. Let me look up Minsky real quick. Where did I get that from? It's Tamsi. It's not complicated. How did I mess that up? And I was literally glazing myself for knowing the character's names. Mimsky. That's not even a thing. It's literally not even a thing. It's Tamsi, bro. It's Tamsi. What is wrong with me? But that aside. Last chapter was crazy, in spite of my absolute arrogance and idiotic nature. So let's not waste any more time, and let's hop right into it. Heading me. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1, go. What's up, guys? I got with a pencil here. Fun fact, I do have to have it on me and keep it on me at all times. And another fun fact. Is it gonna be Amo? I hope it isn't. But like, he was sitting next to Amo. But then again, why keep her alive? That's the thing. Honestly, the Tamsi reveal just did it did way more damage to my psyche than it helped. Because now I just have so many questions. And like people, actual fans of the manga who've read it more than once or read it as it was coming out and so you know it better than I do are like, well, pencil. Fun fact, you got a whole bunch of details wrong. And that's absolutely right. So people were bringing up like the real weird inconsistency. And fun fact, at least if you go with Tamsi's age, my theory at the end of last chapter, if we take Tamsi's age as canon, there's literally no way he could be Rudo's real father. So that's still like an open door plot point. We still don't know anything about Rudo's real father or why he has the curse inside of him, why he's like, we don't know nothing about his special biology or Tamsi's special biology for why they're able to do this. Considering they're the only ones to be able to cross the border. The only like now rough headcanon theory I have is the reason they're able to do it is because they are direct descendants of the Watchmen who sort of became a deific being for Read Magi. I'm going to talk super duper vague because it's such a specific example that my brain is immediately linking to it. Read Magi, but there's characters in Magi who essentially ascend to godhood. They were once human and then just became deities. And typically those of their bloodline are extremely powerful. That's as vague I'm going to get. But when we're reading something like that, where ultimately Tamsi and Rudo are in a way descended directly from the Watchmen. Because we know Rudo has a ground. He has a spear right? No, he ended up as a spear right in spite of having a ground bloodline. And we just don't know enough about Tamsi. He's a complete enigma right now. He's been an enigma for a while, to the point where I thought he was Mimsky. Still know where I got that from. Let's actually hop into the chapter itself and take a look. Uh-oh, lights? Amo, you good? Oh, please be good. Please. Ooh, okay, so she's in the building. Huh, interesting. Oh, and thank you so much. I'm so... You know, I know some people are always afraid to correct me for some reason. And I get it. I like to appear like I know things. Thank you guys so much for reminding me that Jabber literally just got the shoes for free. Tamsi just left them behind. I don't know why I forgot that. Like, especially considering it was in character for Jabber to be like, hey, no one was here to fight. That sucked. So boring. She was just sitting there waiting for me. Well, it does raise more questions about Tamsi and their ability, or not necessarily ability, but more questions about their like motivation in general. It does make sense, and like I don't know why I forgot that. I was like I remember when I was first doing a read through. Admittedly, I was like consuming it in 3 days, which I know I shouldn't do. I'm sorry, I can't help it. I'm an animal. I consume when I want to consume. But with that being the case, I specifically remember finding that confusing. Because, like, what happened to Amo? And then what happened to Amo got revealed. I think they just overwrote the fact that Jabber didn't have to fight anybody. So, like, I'm not the sharpest spoon in the kitchen shed. Let's see. Here. They really left. But then again, that's the thing. While we as readers don't trust Tamsi, they don't know. They don't know. And so why would they? Tamsi is the person at her bedside, which is presumably the same. I don't know why. That was how last chapter ended. And who else would be there? Why would anyone else need to be there? Just leave her with Tamsi. He's the one who saved them from her in the first place. He probably has the best control over her. In more ways than they know. But still, I'm interested to see the justification or clarification on why she had the reaction to Tamsy that she did. Now that we know that there was, I don't know, maybe there's still some mind control thing going on. Let me see. Oh, actually, don't hyperventilate, kids. That's bad for you. I forget why it's bad for you. Any of my doctors in the comments, please let me know. But you're not supposed to hyperventilate. Like that's apparently a very bad thing to do. I'm not sure if it has anything to do with like CO2 level. Something about that. You're not supposed to hyperventilate, and that's why like typically whenever you start hyperventilating, your blood rate, your blood rate. That's not heart rate. I don't know why I said blood rate. Your heart rate spikes and stuff like that. Do not hyperventilate, kids, unless you absolutely need to. Then do it, of course. Let's see. I wonder why she's, because she got the IV in her. She's starting to freak out. She sees a flower. Oh, it's likely one of the plastic flowers, because once again, they make a big point on the fact that flowers and stuff don't really grow on the ground. And honestly, the fact that any of them grow is very, very impressive. But that's so sweet, RUDO, my boy. RUDO, my boy. If only you knew. Like this is one of the many times. Actually, realistically, not many times. This is one of the few times where like I wish I could hop into the manga and be like, RUDO, please, open your eyes. But again, I can't blame him. Tamsy has done such a good job that like I literally got his name wrong. Right through the whole manga, got his name absolutely straight wrong. And of course, absolutely and undeniably, he broke my ankles, so he's gonna break everybody else's ankles. Because I don't know him, and neither does RUDO, so it only makes sense. I'm sorry, RUDO. I'm sorry. But let's see. Amo, are you gonna be the sacrifice? I always forget that she has like frog eyes. The Gachiakuta art style. It is so unique and good. Now you may be wondering, Pencilman, what the heck are you talking about? But like typically when I say Murata is a fantastic artist, I mean like you show anybody and Murata will be a fantastic artist. Like I could go to anyone on the street and be like, hey, what do you think of this picture of glass reflecting a shadow? And they're gonna be like, oh, that's neat, but it's just a picture of glass. And I tell them, oh no, that's a drawing by a man. And they look at me, and I look at them, and they look at me, and I look at them, and they're like, what? And then you can just show them any of Murata's like work, and they'd be like, whoa, that's crazy. Horikoshi. I think once again, you're getting into a sort of like great and unique sense in some of Horikoshi's like peak art. Like a lot of Horikoshi's top tier artistic work is like, whoa, that's crazy as a person who can recognize top tier artistic art in terms of the manga format. But like the average individual probably wouldn't look at one of Horikoshi's works and be like, well, that's crazy, unless you show them like the famous Shigaraki panel or some of the heavy detailing stuff he does in the war arc and really the back half of the series. Hey, I'm saying chapter 1 Horikoshi clears the most mangaka of the modern day, which is crazy. That's like 10 years ago now. But even still, Horikoshi's art, he keeps clipping himself. He's only going to get better. I hope he takes a break and then comes back to doing whatever he wants to do. But clearly, he's cracked goated in his own way. Gachiakuta, especially in the back third, I'd say mainly the back third of the manga, did kind of... that's the thing, I can't say he fully lost his artistic touch, because sometimes Gege cooks extremely, insanely, whenever they feel like it. But of course, they're mangaka in this, so they don't have enough time. But when I say Gachikuta's art style is legendary, amazing, gorgeous, beautiful, toe-curling, it's because of how well detailed it is. Like, looking at this image, it doesn't look the most complicated, right? But the angle that it's drawn from is really difficult to draw. Try drawing this, like, it's not even like it's a 3/4 angle, or like maybe even a 5/8 angle, on a slant of a neck up tilt, with the ability to see both eyes as the character is breathing heavy. And look at all the extra details in the hair, in the different gradients of the hair, to the different detailing down to the clothes. Once again, the mangaka, I can see why they are hailed as like one of the best things ever produced, because their art is that good and it's so beautifully stylized. Because you can stylize your art. I've seen stylized art, and typically I'm not a fan of it. But Gachiakuta, it just does such a good job of balancing the extremity, the unique design of it, where I can say basically nothing looks like Gachiakuta, but at the same time, I can tell Gachiakuta on an artistic level is amazing and beautiful. But enough glazing the art, let's continue. Oh, okay. That's a little, speak of him and he shall appear. Speak of him and he shall appear. But why are you holding it like that? That's impressive though. That's like good I mean, to be fair, I have a flat head though. So like, but then again, it's not that flat. I don't know. I don't have a pot to balance on my head. But that's interesting. But Amo and RUDO. Oh, please. Oh, please. Let's see. Huh? Sup? Chapter 111, False Face. No. Let's see. Rudo? Did a flower sprout from your head? Oh, what? No! I don't blame her for that. I really don't. And now I have full context for Amo's character. If you were to, that's the thing. Sometimes I wish I could like go back in time and like review right at chapter 1. Like there are a bunch of series where I wish if I could like go back and say, I'd be like, pick up this, it's peak, and then like I was in my current consistent production phase, I'd be like, go. Because if you had heard my initial reactions to Amo, to my thoughts now, it's like, whoa, and I know that's purposeful, but whoa, still very, very good stuff. But also just due to the context of her backstory, I'm not shocked. Especially considering how rare flowers are down here, it makes perfect sense that you just naturally assume that. Especially considering, as they mentioned last chapter before that, giving flowers isn't actually a custom down here because they're so rare. But let's see. What? No! Ah! I was looking at your shoes and it fell. Interesting. Neat. A little bit funky, I'm not gonna lie. That's good reaction speed. They catch it on your head. Let's see. Huh? Shoes. Aw. That's the thing, man. I mean, it is a vital instrument. That's the thing. I still don't know what mine would be. I'd assume it'd be a pencil, but that's the thing. I'm that guy with a pencil. But the A's in the name. Like, I can pick up any pencil. That's kind of me. It would. That's the funny thing is, at this point, I think it would be this. It would be a blade. But I don't think have we seen a vital instrument that's just innately a weapon? They exist, kind of, sort of, but not really, because the Underworld Guard doesn't use vital instruments. That's why the cleaners are unique. Like, typically, the vital instruments are, like, scissors, umbrellas, gloves, shoes, a watering hose, a spool. This is just a sword. So I want to get, like, a super sword if I really, like, I don't know. Or to, like, reinforce it and turn it into my vital instrument. I don't know, but this is basically become lore. Funny story behind getting the sword, too, and how I got here. But still. Oh, but that's sweet. I love how Rudo doesn't even hesitate. He's like, here, you can have these back. In spite of all the issues these shoes and Amo caused him, now that he's felt the guilt of so brutally attacking her, he's like, no, you can have these bad boys back. That's sweet. Though I do wonder, like, are we going to get some sort of resonance effect with these things? Because we got the gloves, we have the shoes, presumably we're missing the pants, we know where the coat is. Maybe there, once again, it depends on whether or not the original wielder of the Watchmen series was, like, also a ground. What? Hold on. I feel like they have a specific name. Gosh darn it. Spearite. Why do I feel like they have a specific name? Spearite. Think. What do I think of? Think. Gachiakuta. I don't know why my brain lagged like that. What are they called? I want to just call them grounders. Spearites, people who live on the spear. They are descendants of people who originally lived on the ground, but later left for this guy. I did not realize that, huh? See, that's why I am not the sharpest in the kitchen shed. The ground, dumped the tracks to the ground, which has harsh conditions on the ground. Okay, well, what are the people on the ground called? Are they just called humans? They may just be called humans. Oh, yeah, it's just humans. The ground. Trash beasts. Oh yeah, they're just humans. I don't know why. My brain was screaming like they have a unique name of their own pencil. Remember the name. But that's the reason I brought that up and went to that specifics. If the original leader of the Watchmen series was a person who was on the ground, then maybe they would have had a full face mask too. But then again, I've been seeing different things, but an idea that I've come up with, admittedly, because I haven't delved too deep into the fandom just yet and got like the general consensus on the theories of the Watchmen and stuff like that. If I had to imagine, the Watchman is likely either the creator or the maintainer of the spear. And that means they would kind of have to be a ground person because they were likely the ones who lifted the spear up into the heavens. Maybe? I don't know. Once again, the vagueness of the Watchmen series is one of the most interesting things. And obviously the vagueness around the entire series is very, very interesting. Especially for a series that initially I was kind of confused as I first started reading. I was like, what is this? But then again, I suppose it's a good thing when I'm confused. Because when I'm confused, I can't predict. When I can't predict, I usually like it. But let's see. Oh, she has such a deep connection to him. And once again, I don't know. I have connections to like people more than I do things, but still, like I mentioned, I think it is the blade. The blade in my hand is what would guide me. Let's see. Oh, she just touches the symbol. And Rudo's like, we may have to hold you captive, because what if they come and steal the boots again? So there was like, how is he even gonna explain that to her? Okay, so fun fact: while you were kidnapped or locked away or something of that sort, yeah, we kind of fought this gigantic imitation trash beast. You may not even know what a trash beast is fully, but don't worry, we're gonna explain it to you. And your shoes were kind of the basis for it. And like, clearly you got ganked before and could be ganked again, so we're kind of gonna need you to come join the cleaners or at least be our hostage, because we cannot let you leave with nah, but I doubt it. Let's see. I'm so glad you woke up. I know when we met in the desert, a lot of stuff happened, but it's because of all that stuff that I'm really glad you're alive. RUDO, once again, I don't know. I'm a little mixed on RUDO. That's something that's going to settle in after a reread, because admittedly I haven't sat down and had the time to do a reread. But that he's one of the characters who I flip back and forth on. As an MC, I think he's solid. I think he has a really interesting, vague backstory. I think his overall importance of the series is obviously going to be massive. I like his abilities. I like all that. His personality, though, is something that I really, really like. For the most part. There's some things that, I don't know, I'll have to sit down and make just like a proper Gachiakuta first impressions video. Because I've done that for every other series I either planned to review or did just binge read. I haven't done that for Gachiakuta yet. So I'm probably going to do that and then do a couple first impressions on each of the characters and probably bring back the sketches. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. I'm thinking of things. But I do like this moment where ultimately he feels regret and he realizes if she wasn't alive and that was the last sort of interaction he had with her outside of being pulled off and giving her the choker, then naturally he would feel that guilt for the rest of his days with no way to reconcile, no way to make it up for it. I think that's sweet. Let's see. You know, Amo feels like she's hurt a lot of people to get what she wanted. She hurt so many. Then she met you, RUDO, and she learned when you hurt people, you get punished for it. So now, Amo thinks this is part of her punishment. But I can't do it anymore. I can't go through that again. I can't stand the fear that I'll disappear and no one will ever know. And that's always the thing, right? Yes. Amo did make mistakes. And once again, we don't know. Like, I believe it was the leader who, like, found... I'm not bad with names. I'm not even going to pretend I'm not bad with names, because last time I pretended I was good with names, I called him Mimsky. But with it being the case, what is the limit, right? Like, what is the retaliation point? Of course, we don't know any of Amo's other interactions. He doesn't mention any other interactions except the initial one with her, the person who originally, unfortunately, purchased her, the angel, which ended up being Tamsi, and the cleaners, which also include Tamsi. So notably, we don't know how many interactions she's had other than with that and the guy who's the leader. But with that being the case, the question does become, was this appropriate to do? Most likely not. I think RUDO beating the taste out of her mouth was enough. And her motivation and learning of that was enough. Of course, the way her ability works, obviously the trauma that lasts from that is endless and horrific. They're always going to think about that because of how much it messes with the psychology and mentality of a person. But I can definitely see an argument, and in fact, I may think of it myself, where like, oh, ultimately, yeah, she did wrong things, bad things, but she definitely didn't deserve to be like imprisoned for it. Especially after she already made amends and was working to make amends and be more an ally than an actual threat. But of course, Tamsi had different ideas. Let's see. I'll disappear and no one will ever know. Aw. Hold on to the glove. But then again, I wonder, does she have what's inside both RUDO and Zidal? I'm not sure how to say his name. So someone tell me how to say his name. Is it Zidal? I'm not sure. But I wonder if she has the same thing inside her. Because notably, she's been able to go without the boots. And of course, we don't know how long Zidal's been without the coat. But with RUDO, if he just removes the Watchmen series, then the thing inside him grows stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger. But Amo not only is able to use the Watchmen series, admittedly with some, maybe you could argue her childlike mentality is due to those mental effects of the Watchmen series sort of driving you insane, but ultimately I would think that's just due to how she was raised or lack thereof. And naturally, I do wonder if she has that same emptiness, that piece that's missing that the Watchman ultimately fulfills, and if she has any sort of direct connections to RUDO and his family line, his family tree, and Zidal and his family line, and his family tree. I don't know. Let's see.
That's why Amma was so happy you came for her. Thank you. Thank you, RUDO.
So what? I'm still confused. What happened to her memories? What happened to her memory? Let's see. No. And you know what? RUDO's actually, I feel like he's one of our younger producers. He's like 14. Like RUDO's baby. Like I'm pretty sure. Googler, answer my call. Yo, is anyone else excited for Ghost of Yote? Is it just me? I know it's not just me. Everyone else wants a Ghost of Tsushima sequel, but I want it right now. I know it's coming out in 2025, which is relatively quick. But then again, when did Ghost of Tsushima come out? 2020. Darn, it'll have been 5 years in between. Ain't it crazy how that's still going to be less of a weight than we're going to have for Kingdom Hearts 4? I'm sorry, I'm going on a completely different tangent. RUDO, Gachiakuta, age. I think it's like 14. Maybe his age is anywhere from 13 to 15. RUDO Sherbreck. I'm not sure how to say his name. Sherbreck? 15. So he's 15. Yeah, he's technically the age of a lot of other main characters. Never mind. But still, I don't know. The way he's drawn, how he's mainly associated with the Kid Squad, and like notably, they seem to be an exception and not the rule. Seeing him essentially grow up alongside the characters through all the things he goes through, man, that's a good journey. It's nice and clean. But let's see. Oh, holds her hand. Who in the world could have possibly done such a thing? I will say this. No one has flipped in recent memory, especially in reading manga. No one has flipped so hard in perspectives for me. And of course, it's probably because it's a rare kind of thing to do this twist and hold it. But no one has gone from, okay, pretty neat guy. We don't know too much about it, but they're cool. The vibe's high. To, oh, sweet mother of mercy, they're here. Like, I'm feeling genuine suspense just from Temzi showing up. But let's see. Who in the world could have possibly done such a thing? Uh-oh, Amo, do you remember? Amo, do you remember? What they got pumping into you, Amo? Amo, don't. Amo, please. Oh, Temzi, when did you get here? You were so into each other that you didn't notice me coming? Pause. Or should I say, interesting. You are a rascal, RUDO. I am not! Kinda is. Well, let's see. Amo, my dear, who locked you up in that horrible place? If we have some identifying features, we should be able to get the god of the underworld to look for them.
Identifying features? The person who locked me up was a long-haired woman.
Am I tweaking already? What happened last time? Am I tweaking already? Temzi came to visit her. What is happening? Unless, once again, we just aren't seeing the full perspective. Maybe Temzi changed his appearance. Once again, he's able to make the angel suit and fly up through the border and be just fine. So maybe he does have that ability, or maybe Temzi does have accomplices. Who are the characters in the series that have long, dark hair? I don't know. Interesting. I'm assuming this is where the chapter dog comes in, false face. Is that all?
Amo can't remember. She remembers everything that happened to her, but not who did it. That part is a blur.
How much of a wild plot twist, how much of an insane plot twist would it be if that was Amo's mom? Or not Tam, or anything but Tamsi. I'd be interested. Let's see. That makes sense. You ever just, he probably loved it for you though. Like, you ever just want to reach into a mom and just smack the taste out of a character's mouth? Bro, what? That makes sense. Oh, shut your mouth, dog. What? Poor Amo. They say your captor never gave you anything but water for days. It's only natural that your memories would be vague. I'm sure you'll remember everything once you've regained your strength. What you do? What did you do to her? What did you do to her? Are your threads in her brain or something? How does your ability work? I'm now extra confused. Vital instruments keep evolving, bro. What do you do?
Okay. Oh. The Watchmen series sure is super handy.
Okay. So did he use a Watchmen series? Yo, wait a minute. You know what this reminds me of? For all my Bleach fans out there, this has been adapted for years, so I can say this. Book of the End. Though admittedly it's different, because I don't think he stabs her or anything. But y'all remember Tsukishima? And how if he would immediately insert himself into your past or alter said past to change it. Look at what was used to change her memories to see this long-haired woman. Oh, what's that? Is that
a book? Would you say it's a book of the end?
But let's see.
The Watchmen series is super handy. I mean, its real name isn't that dorky. Still, this was too easy. I was sure the information broker would have told them about me, too. I couldn't help but get my guard up when I saw that look in RUDO's eyes. Did the information broker know about me and leave that bit out? Or does he actually not know? Come to think of it, you've got to ask the information broker about the Watchmen series, didn't you? What did you find out?
Once again, I think it does play into Kuro knowing, not just knowing more than he lets on, obviously, naturally, he's an ancient being, but also I think Kuro probably did play a certain type of game. Like, he's clearly interested in how the world plays out and observing it, and there's no way he didn't know it was Tamsi. In fact, I bet Kuro knows all about Tamsi and his plot. He's like the only other character too now. Let's see.
Yeah, I asked him where to find the person who made the chokers, but...
Huh?
But he didn't know...
Kuro! How are you getting put on fraud watch right when you're introduced? We came to you for one piece of information. Can we get much higher? So high. Yeah. We came here for one piece of information, and you couldn't even give it? Even Tamsi's like, huh? Wait. Kuro, you know. What if it was Kuro himself? That'd be great. Let's see.
But you paid the price, didn't you? You worked hard for that intel. Ryu even got injured. Oh man, but RUDO was not happy about that.
Uh-oh. And now the plot thickens. There's the false face. Look at him.
Ah, that face. As a liar, I know that face very well. It's the face of someone lying to me. He has heard something, hasn't he?
I'm so glad I'm having this story. Yo, we've been on this. I'm gonna add one more. I'm gonna add one more. It's that darn Ninja School manga. I was like, I'm gonna add it just because I want another series that I hopped on early, and I think it'll be fine. I don't know. I tried to cover Blue Box for a little bit. That seems like a different variation of Blue Box with some action, so I can work with that. But
Gachiakuta, dog.
That's a lot thick. Ooh, it's thicker than a bowl of oatmeal. Thicker than a possum with the mumps. Thicker than a jar of peanut butter left at the bottom of a freezer for 10 years. That's thick. Break a knife off in that bad boy. But with that being the case, this chapter is easily worthy. I love it. This is an easy 10 out of 10 chapter for me. Why? You may be wondering everything. Amo and her characterization. I feel bad for her because ultimately she still is playing the reliant victim role, which is really sad, but I guess that's what the character's kind of built for at this point. So seeing that role played out so well until executed, and seeing her deep ties to RUDO, and honestly her real humanity breaking through, where ultimately she's so thankful for the person who initially gave her some of the punishment, but it's more than willing to admit she never wants to go through the punishment she had again. That's really, really good. For RUDO's character, seeing him, a very impulsive 15-year-old, clearly understand there's more to the game that needs to be played than what was let on. Clearly, there was a lot of talking off screen, let's put it that way. And seeing him play it calm enough to at least be civil with Tamsi when he likely knows more and more about Tamsi than he believes. That's real interesting. Seeing Tamsi play these mind games is also really, really good. He went from a character I was like, who? To a character like, whoa! And I really, really like it. The vagueness of his character, the mysteriousness of it, all of that is real, real nice. I like that, I like that, I like that. And obviously the introduction of another Watchmen series. And once again, is strangely enough, for one, damaged, and two, reminds me of a Bleach ability. Which is a very, very broken ability, by the way. But still, intrigue. From the characters to the plot progression to the mystery to the character writing, everything in the chapter was straight yes. But if you made it all the way to the end of this video, please do me a favor and leave Baconator. I don't know why. I haven't had a Baconator in like months. I say months. I wish I could lie to you and say years. Months. I haven't had a Baconator in months, but leave Baconator in the comment section down below. I should probably leave like waffle. I don't know, why am I wearing this shirt? To record and all that. Now we're gonna leave Baconator for this one. Leave Baconator in the comment section down below. I'd like to thank you so much for watching. Remember to leave a like, share, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you hit that little notification bell so you not miss out on any videos that come to the channel. Also, I do I'm gonna have a Patreon down below where you can support me for as low as $1 a month. Things like exclusive videos, early content, and more. You also now become a member of the channel for as low as $3 a month to get the same perks and more. Some of those perks will include the live reactions to the series I happen to review, ad-free variations of all my videos, and if you become a $25 patron or a $25 member, you can order whatever video you want. Also, I do have a link to my Ko-Fi in the description down below. You can drop 5 beats for a short video, 25 beats for a long video, or any beans at all. Any support is always greatly appreciated. Now, I'd like to thank you so much for watching once again, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day. This is That Guy with the Pencil, writing off.
I'd like to give a thank you to our $3 members: Sarah, Greyhound, Eternal Flame, NMA, Real Rare, Red Wolf 4765, Paris Arnold, Astro, Brandon Payne, and G Prosper. And I'd like to give a thank you to our $5 patrons: Sean, Midnight Lord 21, Kevin, Encarnacion, Josh Brown, Igneal Lind, and A+A. And I'd like to give a big thank you to our $7 members: Autumn Mornings Lazo, Fine, Zombie Hunter, and Austin Wimberly. Then I'd like to give a thank you to our $10 members: Robbie Uchiha, Jay Warrior, and AZ Void. Then I'd like to give a big old thank you to our $10 patrons: Overlord Zero, Joaquin Munoz, and Idem Okami.
And I'd like to give the craziest, juiciest, most next-level, quadruple, sloppy, toppy, next-level, superhuman, in beyond this world, kidney having thank you to our $100 patron, or That Guy with a Pencil tier patron, Calvin Elder.